everyone, welcome to Interview the Influencer show. Today with us we have our guest. Her name is Ketaki Khare. She's basically from New Zealand. And hello Ketaki. And then she's actually owner of AarohaFit, which is a health and a fitness center in New Zealand. She is also founder of Samekaha Charitable Trust, and she is a pioneer rugby player. So, hello Ketki, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you very much, and welcome to our show. Before
Thank you so
we,
much.
thank you, and before going further, I would like to ask you that I'm recording this our interview, and would post it on YouTube. Is that okay with you?
That's perfect.
Okay, thank you very much. And then we'll move on to our kind of little interview with the fitness center owner. So here we
Yeah.
go. The first question, which is actually the zeroth question on the list, is how are you today and how are the things around you, like your house surroundings in this situation?
Okay, so if people don't know what's happening in New Zealand right now, we are in our second lockdown, so that which means that we are not allowed to go outside of our bubble. So our bubble is the people that we live with in the
Okay,
house, in the
okay,
flat. So we're not allowed to go outside and mix with anybody else until the restrictions go down. So currently that's the situation. It is evening here. It's around 7:20 p.m. In Switzerland, I hear it's the morning right now.
yes,
So
yes.
that's probably the difference as well. And yeah, other than that, like we're doing really well. My partner is working from home. Normally, so the gym is closed at the moment, because we don't have as I said, we're not allowed to have any contact with anybody outside the bubble as of
Okay.
now.
Hmm.
So therefore, that means that all the gathering, any sort of other gatherings, are completely stopped.
Okay.
So that's why we run Zoom sessions for our
Wow.
members 3 times or 6 times a week, 3 days, and we have them in the morning and the evening. So I also train with them, which makes it really, really exciting.
Okay.
It keeps you moving as well. So one of the major things around the lockdown is to keep moving for your health.
Hmm.
So if
Yes,
you
yes.
stop moving, if you become sedentary and if you stop moving around, even just going for a walk if you're allowed to, ideally that's something that one should do. So just to keep up your mental health,
Mm-hmm. Correct.
it's really important to keep training. So that's why I really encourage everybody to jump on that. And we've also offered it to people outside of the gym. So if you're not a member, but if you have the time to come and train at the times that we run our classes, everybody's welcome to join them.
Well, I have to see which time zone I fit in to join.
Yeah, exactly. The
Uh,
time zone's the
so,
problem. I know, I know.
okay, perfect, perfect. Okay, then we move on to the first question for this interview is how was your journey up to the position which you are in now?
Okay. So is this like a pretty staged thing, I would say.
Okay.
So starting basically I got into fitness and training when I was doing judo. So judo took me back
Wow.
years ago. It was the first ever competitive sport that I played.
Okay.
And I went up to nationals and I won a national medal in the
Wow.
junior. Yeah, and while I was doing judo, I also started doing rugby. So rugby is the reason, is why I came to New Zealand. So
Okay.
in my rugby journey, we were actually the pioneers of women's rugby in India, and this was through the Khare's Rugby and Football Union, so the Kafandra, that is what it's called. That's how I think we both of us
Yes.
met as well. So that's where we started women's rugby, and then it gained popularity around the country. Then we started having tournaments,
Okay.
and the first ever women's rugby team for India came out to be, and I was a part of it, really luckily.
Wow.
And then I continued playing right up till 2012. And after that, basically, due to rugby, I moved to Sri Lanka doing rugby development. And
Oh.
then because of that, I also sort of came to New Zealand. on a rugby development scholarship to play in the Bay of Plenty, which is Tauranga, which is close to Auckland,
Okay.
2.5 hours drive away from here. And that was when I realized that, oh my God, I really want to study sports coaching
Right.
and
Okay.
exercise when I come back. Yeah. So that's where that sports and exercise sort of came into the picture. And then what ended up happening was I saw the course and I saw that, okay, there's a few things that I can study in India. So I went to K11 and I did my PT certification and sports nutrition certification there.
Wow.
And
Okay.
yes, and then I also got to work with Multifit. I don't know if you heard of Multifit, the gym.
Ah.
I'm not sure if you've heard of it.
Hmm.
But there's like a big chain of gyms, and when first started, I started as a trainer there in India before I
Okay.
moved to New Zealand. So that's where my sort of fitness coaching journey began. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
And then I came to New Zealand and then I studied sports sciences here and exercise science here. So the main thing that blew my mind was biomechanics and like skill coaching. And it's actually the art of coaching. Yeah, it's the art of coaching that really, really like got me into it.
Okay.
And then rugby sort of took me to a few places. But before I even graduated from my degree, I got the opportunity to coach CrossFit at the gym that I'm at right now.
Okay.
So the one that I bought. So it was really, really interesting. That journey has been just so amazing. So I
Wow.
started
Really.
coaching there since 2000, yeah, since 2015. And I was like, it was just a very beautiful development opportunity that I got.
Mm-hmm.
Study it while I was also being able to implement and apply what I was studying in
Ah.
a
Okay.
CrossFit coaching situation. Yes, yeah.
Okay.
And man, CrossFit changed my life literally. Like, because when I came to New Zealand, I wanted to play rugby and do well in it, but I was a skinny girl when I came here, and because of CrossFit, I was actually able to like start building myself up and build my fitness and my
Okay.
strength to be able to play the sport really well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I saw that as a massive tick in my book. Also, like I really want to sort of mention here that the gym also had really amazing owners at the time. So, and she's still like my mentor and my friend. So
Okay.
one of them, her name is Amanda Bunn, and the other one is Wesley. And Wesley is was a professor, and he was teaching me the degree at the time. And
Wow.
Amanda, yes, and he gave us the opportunity to come out there and try and like learn and upskill ourselves to become coaches.
Uh-huh.
After that, it really opened up massive opportunities for me. Just this experience to be able to coach there, open opportunities for me to work at Les Mills. Ended up working in Canterbury because I went to Canterbury for rugby, but then
Okay.
I ended up working at Canterbury CrossFit for a bit as well. A very short period of time because then I decided to move back up to Auckland. And then when I moved up to Auckland, I realized that, I really miss like coaching and training. So I went back to coaching in the same place
Mm-hmm.
again.
Okay.
So I was away from Auckland for just 1 year, and then when I came back, I went straight back into coaching again at the space. And then around that time, again, like the opportunities, like I'm really lucky with the opportunities,
That's really
honestly.
nice.
Like
Okay.
I find myself so lucky.
Lucky you.
Um, yeah, I'm very lucky because I was like, okay, because while I was doing things like all these things keep happening around me that enable me to go onto the path, like the path
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm.
I'm supposed to be on. So when I came up to Auckland, I was actually quite focused on doing Samekaha, which is
Haha.
I
Okay.
founded the charity. Yeah. And the charity is basically to be able to connect different communities under
Okay.
the umbrella of sport and cultural exchange.
Okay.
So we talk about, it's basically the bridging of social capital. Now, social capital is are the connections and the relationships that we build and that we can actually leverage off within our communities. It's
Okay.
usually mostly found within communities or friend circles.
Okay.
So the more the friend circles, the more the connections you have, and it's not to be confused with networking because that's very much superficial on a business level. This is basically like, oh, actually, I want to buy this product. So I call up my friend, like, hey, what do you think about this? Oh, actually,
Okay.
the friend gives me feedback. I'm like, okay, cool, I'm going to buy that. Or if I'm looking for a job, I go and talk to these 10 different contacts of mine, and
Uh-huh.
usually it ends up being on your friend circles.
Okay.
So you go and talk to them, and then you basically jump on those relationships to
Okay.
be able to find
Okay.
yourself a job. I want to be able to have a platform where
Uh-huh.
you can actually go and showcase your culture and sport and have an exchange between two different communities
Communities.
with a contrasting culture.
Okay.
So what I
Perfect.
envisioned was through the charity, we ran a program for resettled former refugee families
Wow.
to learn rugby. So we had this time when we worked with Canterbury Rugby for that, and we got everybody together and showed them what rugby is,
Okay.
showcased rugby to be a part of from where they come from. So
Uh-huh.
really relating that sport to them, and then showing them a game of rugby, and then giving them the opportunity to play rugby, which also showcased their talent to the rugby community. So
Okay.
it's like showcasing each
Both.
other's strengths, each other. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So
Perfect.
so that's something that we did around that time. And then obviously again, like I said, I was lucky. By then Amanda had sold her share to Wes, and Wes was like, he was actually going to have a second child, and he's already a professor at the university, so it's really hard for him to have too many, like, and it's a lot
Uh-huh.
of work. Owning a
Yes.
gym is a lot of work.
Okay.
So he
Okay.
was like,
Good.
hey, he calls me up and he's like, oh, hey, actually, I'm like, he was like, yeah, I'm planning to sort of, like, let
Close.
it go because
Close
yeah, sell
down.
it off
Okay.
or like close it down. And I was like, no, no, this is where I found my identity. Like I
uh,
found my friends. I found my best friend in this gym.
okay.
Like my best friend, I found her at the gym.
Okay.
And the amount, like when you go to the gym and you work out, like it's basically so CrossFit is like a style of training that we do at the gym at the
Mm-hmm.
moment.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it basically encompasses of powerlifting, Olympic lifting,
Wow.
gymnastics, aerobic training, plyometrics, everything. Like it has, and start learning to move your body in so many different ways, and you have so many different movement solutions. It's amazing. Like it really like brings out the best in you. Like
Okay.
if I decide to pick up a sport tomorrow, I'll be decent at it. Like I
Nice.
won't suck. I know that for as a guarantee, just
Perfect.
because
Okay.
just because of the background that we have.
Right. Right.
So we had the opportunity to actually, then I went out around and I spoke to my family, and they really supported this decision. And they were like, hey, actually, you should buy it. Like we can try to pool the resources together. And so I was able to buy the gym,
Perfect.
and it was so exciting, so so exciting.
Okay.
And since we bought it, and then
When
obviously you
was
had
it
to
you bought it? I mean, which year?
So we had the conversation early this year actually,
Okay.
um, in January, and then I ended up paying everything and doing the transfer to my name by March,
Wow.
and then we went to lockdown. So that was really interesting. It really really helped building relationships with having already formed my relationships with
Mm-hmm.
most of the members of the gym because I was coaching there or I had been coaching there. So I was able to sort of, connect with them. And man, I'm so grateful to all of them to have supported me through the lockdown
Wow.
period.
Yes, I
Like,
understand.
yeah, it was amazing. Like we gave them an option of taking the gym equipment home. So we lent them some of the equipment
Mm-hmm.
in order to continue their memberships.
Okay.
Um, and so that way we continue to have some money coming into
Uh-huh.
the gym
Okay.
while we were while we were actually closed down. So yeah, and so when we
Nice.
opened back up like 7 weeks later in June, I was really in a much better position, like as opposed to what I would have been if we hadn't had the support of the community. So
Okay.
very grateful to all the members, like Man, like honestly, I'm so lucky. Like I said, I'm so
So it's
lucky.
perfect. Perfect. That's a incredible
So
journey of yours, and
yeah.
we. Okay, then
So I ended up being a gym owner then. That's my journey to the being a gym
perfect,
owner, definitely.
perfect, perfect.
Yeah.
The second question is, how is your 24 hours of work day and off day be like? I mean, the working day and off day. How you have used this 24 hours for that?
Okay, so basically, most of it goes into, so I also coach the classes. So as I mentioned before, we do run CrossFit classes. Now we are not affiliated, so we don't call it CrossFit anymore. We call it XFit, so which is kind of pretty much the similar stuff.
Okay.
However, so we run the classes in the mornings, and afternoons and evenings. So I do the morning and afternoon classes. And I also do, so I wake up like 5 o'clock in the morning
Wow.
and
Okay.
I'm at the gym at 6 o'clock, starting my class at 6. So
Nice.
yeah,
Okay.
so
Pretty
I
early.
start
Pretty
there
early, but
very early, but it's good. Like it's great to be awake
yes.
and man, bringing your energy in the morning. I'm a morning person, so it really works
Perfect.
for me. So,
Even for me is also, I'm also a morning person. I mean, if you have a wonderful
oh,
morning, the complete day goes so awesome.
so I definitely finish my tasks. Like I do my don't do, finish my tasks, but I have my classes that I coach. Then I go home. I have some breakfast because I live very close to my work, to the gym. So I'm really really happy, really lucky in that sense as well. Again, really lucky.
Maybe we have to like start.
And
Okay, in this. Okay, lucky.
yeah, yeah. So then I go and have my breakfast, and then yeah, I do some admin stuff.
Hmm.
So obviously the admin stuff I look after that as well, making sure that I'm on top of any new memberships or any of the memberships that that are wanting to start or stop.
Okay.
I look after that as well as I also give some time to sort of redoing up because the website is a constant development.
Yes.
Then I'm currently doing another nutrition course. So this one's called Precision Nutrition, and
Wow.
it's an internationally recognized course. Yes, and that's why I'm doing it so that because I've already done my certification and also studied it while I was doing my exercise science, but at this my exercise science degree. So even during that I studied it, but it's just good to have that a solid, solid certification that I can
Perfect.
use. Sometimes I might even have a Reiki session.
Wow.
So I try to do my Reiki session. So I've
Wow.
done a first degree Reiki, and I'll be doing another one soon. So s- just giving you a little bit of a background around AarohaFit. So the AarohaFit also, once you go into the website, you'll see that we talk about holistic health.
Hmm.
And that is something that I'm really, really, really passionate about
Okay.
because the mental health here, the system is talks about a physical, physical, mental, social health, and spiritual health.
Wow.
So these are the different types of pillars of your health. So
Uh-huh.
you are up here, like it forms it's called Tefari Tapofa model of well-being. So I think like through AarohaFit, I really want to encompass everything, bring everything together in
Okay.
a place. So when you go to AarohaFit, you know that you're going to be looked after socially. You have opportunities to connect socially because we do have like I mentioned, our community is really lovely. We
That's
have that
nice.
social connection when you come into the class. You just have a way of asking. Everybody asks you like, "How was your day? How's everything going?" And
Mm-hmm.
those are little things that really
Yes.
make that social connection happen. So that is basically another reason why I've also been doing the Reiki healing side of things.
Okay.
Usually, so that's what I would do in the morning. So after my morning class, I would also do like a Reiki session right after, and then I would go and grab my lunch and then do other admin stuff, do some website work, do some of my study, and then after that, I'll do a 12 o'clock class, coaching again. Grab a little bit to eat, and then I just do some chill stuff. And then in the evening, I'll go and do my training.
Okay.
So evening workout is I go and train with the class
Okay.
because I love training with the people. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So
Uh-huh.
I'll be training with them instead
Okay,
of
so you
coaching
take
them
training.
because
Ah, okay, okay. You be part of a
yeah,
like a group of students then. Ah,
Yeah, so
that's
I'll
nice.
be like one of the members. Yes, yes. So
Okay,
I'll be
perfect.
doing class. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So I teach during in the morning, afternoons, and then in
Yeah.
the evenings I'm doing because I love training.
Perfect.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
And then I go home and then I grab something to eat and then I go to sleep. My day off. So my day off is usually Sunday. Saturdays also we do have a class in the morning and it's capoeira, which is a Brazilian martial art.
Whoa.
So we have someone who teaches that. So I go and just do the class. Like I'm a participant and it's
Okay.
fun. It's also movement-based stuff and it's really, really cool.
Okay.
And so after that, I'll go and have a little bit of catch up with. So then it's the time that I spend with my partner. So we just hang out during the mornings and just have a chat and just laze around and
Okay.
or maybe go to the beach if the day is really nice.
Okay.
So that I really like the beach here.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Otherwise, and then after that, just chill in the evenings, and that's my day for Saturday. And then, so yeah, and then my Sundays are basically just nothing. Like I try
Perfect.
to do nothing and set myself up for the task for the next day.
Next.
That's it.
Hmm.
So for the next week. So I know what I'm doing for the week. I put everything in my calendar because otherwise I am lost. I forget. So I'm so good at double booking. It's incredible. So I have to literally put it in
Right.
my calendar. I'm like, wait, 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 before I confirm, because I'll tell you, hey, yeah, okay, yeah, Rishikesh,
Uh,
we'll confirm tomorrow, no problem. And then I'll be like, oh, I'm so sorry, I forgot about this. So
yeah.
now I've learned to say, hey, actually, hold on, let me check, and then
That's
I'll
nice.
confirm.
That's nice.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
perfect. Okay, so all preparation for the upcoming week, and then maybe recharge yourself is something. That's nice. I mean,
absolutely. Yeah.
perfect. Okay,
Listen to music and just hang out, just do nothing. Sometimes doing nothing is
nothing. Yes,
so good. Yeah, it's very
perfect.
important.
It
Hmm.
should be part of your life. I would say that doing nothing is best thing to do sometime.
Yes, absolutely. A lot of people say that sometimes you should just do nothing because that's when most of the ideas come out
Hmm.
from.
Okay.
So sometimes you just have to like be mindfully doing nothing. Just be living in the moment and then just let the thoughts come and go. It's like
Yeah.
active meditation. Just let the thoughts come and go. And then
Wow.
you sometimes might think about something. You're like, oh my God, can't believe I didn't think about that.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, yeah,
Perfect.
yeah.
Okay.
Ooh,
Nice.
and also my off days are to talk to my family, so I really make time on Saturdays usually. I make sure that I catch up with my family. So I
Okay.
have to talk to my mum back home in India and my brother.
Perfect. Okay. Then we go to the next third question. Why or
Sure.
what you love the most from your job? Something which you are very proud of.
Okay. So the one thing that I love about my job is being able to touch somebody's li like touch people's lives with positivity.
Wow.
So there's always that one little thing, that one little move that they're able to do that just makes me feel so amazing. So
For
I live for that. I live for that sparkle in their eyes when they get
nice.
something,
Okay.
when they're done something better. So that's why I wake up in the morning, and that's why this is why I love my job. Yeah,
Perfect. Okay. And
yeah,
is this, I mean, the same thing. I think it's one which you are very proud of that you touch
absolutely,
your member's life.
absolutely, yes, yes.
Okay. And the next one, fourth one. What is your daily ritual or habit that you are following since long time, and why and how it benefits you?
Okay, so my daily ritual, like the days that I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, some days if I hit the snooze, I try to not hit the snooze button. So I've got this habit of not hitting the snooze button anymore. So I just
Wow.
wake up. So that's the one
Wow.
thing. That as soon as that's it, no snooze. That's a habit that I've inculcated in the past
No.
few months now, and it really,
I
really
should
helps.
say,
So
I should say yes. Thumbs up for that.
because it's so easy just to go snooze, but I don't anymore. And every time, like since I've stopped snoozing, I actually get more things done in the
Hmm.
day as well. And then when I wake up, I just have some water just to hydrate myself. And then I'll sit down, just do some breathing for like 5 minutes. I
Okay.
have Headspace. So Headspace is this app that I use for meditation. It's guided meditation. It's free
Okay.
usually. But if you want like other aspects of it, you pay something for it. But really, really helpful.
Okay.
It guides you just to breathe and just give yourself some 5 minutes out of the day in the morning.
Okay.
So I do that. And then after that, I will get ready for work and then go straight, just jump in my car, and then go to work pretty much. Because in the mornings I wouldn't, and on my way to work, I'll have my coffee. So
Okay.
there's a coffee guy who's up and awake at that time, and he sells coffee just
Perfect.
outside my door. Yeah. And there I'll go there, I'll get my coffee, and that's my morning routine because I
Okay.
love my coffee. And especially during the winters, it's good to have a hot drink when you're sipping on it. It's
Okay.
great. Yeah.
Perfect. Nice.
So
Okay. Okay. So.
yeah, that's my
Mhm.
morning routine. Usually other days when I'm not coaching in the mornings, because there's one day in the morning that I'm not coaching on Wednesday. So on that day, I'll wake up and have my breakfast. That's my morning. I must have my breakfast, and then shower, breakfast, and that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Okay. And then, I mean, something which you have been doing this and how that has been I mean, how it has benefit you for that matter.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and also I forgot to talk about it shouldn't just be a morning ritual. It should also be an evening. There should also be an evening ritual,
Okay.
right? So
I will take note of that. It's not specific to
yes.
morning, but daily ritual would I would make it a point.
Yes, absolutely. Because I have been writing in my gratitude notebook. So I write what 5 things that I'm
Wow.
grateful for. Yeah. Oh
Wow.
man, it's really, really helpful. It's so good. Like my day is so much clearer the next day. And I just feel like I'm coming from a place of love every
Okay.
day because of that.
Perfect. Okay.
So yeah, because once you start writing about the things that are actually that you're grateful for and that are making you happy, you really put yourself in a very different vibration,
Mm-hmm.
which attracts a lot of good things, I would say. So
Okay.
every time, and I've noticed this with the times that when I don't do it, and then when I start doing it again, I see a shift around me, and
Mm.
things like start happening that really align with what I need, and
Okay.
they just start appearing in my life. It's incredible. It's incredible.
Okay.
I suggest everyone to do that.
Okay. Okay.
And it
Perfect.
also puts me
Yes.
in, yeah, and it really puts me in a very positive mindset
Okay.
and makes me really happy and grateful to be alive, basically. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Then we move on to the fifth one. Okay, it's a little bit out of something different. What is your favorite food which you can have in every meal?
Okay. So I'm a foodie, which means that I love all kinds of food. I love food. I love food. Um, but like I used to like if I was here and to be very honest, like I can have in every meal, I can have a banana in every meal, pretty
Okay.
much. I love bananas, but then again, I need something different. Like I can't have the same thing in every single meal. I can have
Okay.
it every day. I'll have a bananas every day. Like I'll eat bananas every day. Every day I'll have bananas. Yeah. But
Okay.
I can't have them in every meal.
Okay.
And banana is so good for you. It's got a lot of it's got sodium, it's got everything, potassium. It's
Yes.
great for you. So
I was
and it's
expecting
a
this
great
that
pre-workout.
from a
Yeah,
gym owner to give not just the food name but also the ingredients behind it. And you said that you
yeah,
also are now doing the nutritional course. So
yes,
we were really expecting something like this as a
yeah.
part of this question. But just everything apart, I mean, you said that you are a foodie, but do you also like to have a junk food?
Oh yes, of course. I think for the soul, you need to have junk food.
Okay.
Definitely. But
Okay.
obviously, like there is always this thing about balance, you know.
Hmm.
So through nutrition science, you learn that oh, this is how you should be eating. You want to eat a certain way, which helps you to get most all the nutrients that you can.
Okay.
You want to eat different kinds of foods through the week, slow acting carbohydrates and all of it, like quality carbohydrates, this, that, another. But at the end of the day, like if I'm going to go and hang out with my friend and we always have a ritual of eating say a cake together, I'm going to have that cake together. It's only when that cake becomes every single day, then that becomes a
It's
problem.
problem.
But if you have one cake, that's not gonna do anything. It's not gonna hurt
Right.
me. No.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I mean, this is
So
what we
everything in
wanted to
moderation.
know. Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everything in moderation, balance, and you also need to understand the psychology and social psychology behind food.
Right.
Because people do strict diets, but I mean, if you do a strict diet forever with like, you're not really connecting to the food
Mm.
with what
Hmm.
that you normally would connect with. So
Right.
it's also building that connection for your food, and growing to love what you eat and not just having the same diet for the rest of your life. Like, that's sad, you know?
Right.
So
Oh yeah.
sad. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
So
Perfect.
definitely like balance. Balance is so important. Definitely.
Okay. Good. Then the next question is, you are most possessive about.
I think I'm very possessive about my brother. I mean, he's my brother, and I'm possessive about him, like
Okay.
in that sense.
Uh-huh.
So what I carry, like one of my possessions that I have with me throughout the years is this memory box. So it has like things like an article that was written in Sri Lanka, so I've got that in it in like a
Wow.
box. It's got some cards that my best friend made for me for my birthday, so I put that in there as well. Things that my brother has written for me, so I put that in there as well. So and I have a diary that I'd written when I was traveling in Sri Lanka, so I've got that diary in there as well.
Wow.
So yeah, I carry that with me since 2012. I've had that. So
Okay.
yeah, that's
So,
definitely
okay.
something that I
All
keep my
your
memories. Yeah,
memories inside that. Can you show us if
yeah,
you
that's my
maybe
memory box.
later?
Yeah.
Can you show that box? I mean, how big it is, your memory box?
It's an Adidas shoe box,
Nice.
and
Perfect.
that's all. We're not
Possessive.
going to show anything
No
else.
problem, no problem. I mean, that much is also so much good to for us to understand your possessive memory box.
Yeah.
That's nice. Perfect. Okay, then we move on to the next question, which is the seventh one. Uh, what are your biggest strength and what keeps you going in tough times?
Okay. So I think my greatest strength is to look at the glass half full. So I always have a silver lining around the dark cloud. I will always look at that. So I'm like, oh shit, we're in a bad place, but this is actually helping me do this. Or, oh, I can look at
Uh-huh.
that and at least we're not this bad. That's how I've always had a positive outlook to life.
Okay.
And I think that that is one of my greatest strengths is to have that positivity, even through hard situations.
Mm-hmm.
So what keeps me going in tough times? Okay, so, you know, okay, this is a little bit morbid, but it's actually true. So,
Okay.
I mean, like, we all are gonna die, right? We're living.
Yeah. Okay.
We're living right now, but death is certain. So
Mhm.
if you think about if this is going to be the last day of my life, how am I going to live it? So, and
Mhm.
if I feel like, oh, actually I need to change this or I'm not happy with this, then I change it. Then I will go ahead and change that
Okay.
to make sure that I'm living my life as though it could be my last, but I'm living it in a fulfilling manner.
Okay.
So that is what helps me keep going in hard times because I know that um, hardships are only short-lived, or there's always going to be a better time.
Okay.
And even if there isn't, like, I mean, we're all gonna die, right? All we can do is try to make the best of what we have
Right.
now.
Yeah.
And also just like knowing that, you know what, like Bob Marley said, like everything's gonna be all right. It is.
Yes.
I believe that. Yeah. One
Correct.
day
Correct.
everything will be fine. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, the next eighth question is, who or what is your inspiration? What motivates you?
Okay. So my inspiration, I've got many, many inspirations through the years. But one of my greatest inspiration is my grandfather.
Okay.
So his name is Major General GN
Wow.
Govind Narayan Khare.
Okay.
And he retired as a Major General in the Army. That's obviously my dad's father, so my grandfather from my dad's side. and I was very privileged to have him around while I was growing up, and he taught me so many things, and
Okay.
those are the tools that I use even today in life. So he has been very, very inspiring for me.
Okay.
When I used to see how he would interact with people, and he had the same way of interacting with everyone,
Okay.
whether no matter what their age and stages of,
Wow.
or
Mm-hmm.
their what their ranking was, or who that person was, economic, like from a financial perspective, but he would just have the same sort of
Mm-hmm.
um, treatment for everyone, and he would
Okay.
give them a chance, like he would give them his attention, and the way he gave them his time was incredible to
Wow.
watch.
Okay.
So he really inspired me in that manner. And also he gave me, like, there's so many jewels of learning that I got from him
Okay.
that I even today, like, I use it in my daily life. So yeah, like he's definitely been inspired, like he has been my inspiration so
Okay.
far. Like what motivates me is the ability to make a difference. So
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Okay.
I feel like we have, all of us, okay, so I believe this, that all of us have incredible potential. And I feel like I want to be able to bring that out from people. And for me, my purpose and my pathway is to be able to do it through the gym, through coaching,
Okay.
through, yeah, so that basically motivates me to go out there and do it, because I just want to see people become better versions of themselves every day.
Wow. Okay.
It's great. Yeah,
Perfect. Okay. Okay.
yeah.
That's super nice. I mean, better version. I like that. Okay. Then the next ninth question is, what makes you smile and how you propagate happiness?
What makes me smile is, okay, top is food now. I love
Okay.
food so much. It's
Perfect.
great. Food makes me happy. It's so good. Well, anything, like any act of kindness, when someone is just walking on the street and they smile at you, that'll make me smile.
Okay.
It really doesn't take too much, but I know that something that comes from the heart makes me smile. So I
Okay.
think that just put it
Perfect.
into a smaller version. I can give you lots of examples, but like anything that comes from
Mm-hmm.
the heart, or something that's very, very pure and real, like a doggy, like like a puppy, like
Okay.
or a child. That would definitely make me smile, and I just feel like I can connect to the joy that people are feeling.
Okay.
When
Mm-hmm.
people are experiencing joy, when I see someone, like strangers, I like people watching, by the way. I just sit outside and just like watch people. It's great.
Okay.
And when I'm just like watching people, and like people are like, like sharing like a laugh together, like
Mm-hmm.
that
Uh-huh.
will make me smile, because I'm like,
Perfect.
oh, look at them, they're sharing a moment there. It's so lovely. Oh, like,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Okay.
The way that I propagate happiness is through just small acts of kindness and just being present.
Right.
So really, really, like, it's not even an act of kindness, it's just an act of happiness. So there's a thing called live happy, and that really pushes you to to experience happiness and joy in small things. So why do
Mm-hmm.
we have to wait for a big thing to
Big
happen to
things.
be happy?
Correct.
No,
Okay.
like I actually enjoy the process. I enjoy the journey, and therefore I try to showcase that for other people in their lives as well. So I would probably just say something like, oh hey, like, you're doing really well, like the journey is looking, oh my God, I love your journey, because I really think it's amazing that you're
Yes.
doing this and pushing yourself to be better, or like do these amazing things. So I believe that just looking for positive things in other people will definitely propagate happiness through that, I guess.
Okay.
I mean, if that answers your question.
Yes. 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 Okay. Great. Thank you. Okay. Then we come to the 10th question, which is
Sure.
basically the five, I would say, 5 words, and I would like to know what you think of those in just maybe a couple of words.
Okay.
So the first one in that is health.
Health, holistic. So when you
Okay.
say health, I think of a holistic, so health can be, like we spoke about the four
Four
pillars of health.
pillars. Okay.
And I feel like with environment health and everything, there's so many aspects to the word health
Okay.
that makes that brings like yeah. So I think holistic is the word. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. The second one is passion.
Passion is something that lights you up
Okay.
from within. Yeah.
It's like ding.
Yeah.
Okay. The third one is risk.
Must be taken.
Okay.
Honestly, like I am a very big risk taker. Like I would say that I will, but sometimes, you just trust your instinct.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if, I will not take it's never a calculated thing for me. So if I see risk, I will just ask myself and see how my body and my
Uh-huh.
intuition is reacting to it. And then whether I feel yes, then I'll do it. And if I feel no, then I won't do it. So it's
Okay.
as simple as that for me. So I'm very intuitive in choosing what I want to do. Like I look at all the logic stuff, but
Uh-huh.
risk needs to be taken to grow.
Okay. Okay. Then the next one is dream.
Dream big. Dream very big. Yes.
Okay.
My grandfather used to say, see, there you go. Not high ambition, but low aim is a crime.
Uh,
So it's a saying that he modified a bit, where he speaks about, you know, aim for the stars, aim for the highest thing that you can. Never think that, oh my God, that
it's
goal is way too high for me. I can't do that. That's where you're actually limiting yourself.
yourself. Correct.
So
Okay.
yeah, so I feel like, only you can put boundaries on your abilities. You've got to break free. There's no limits. Because we are the ones who put boundaries on ourselves, right?
Right.
Like we
Right.
tell ourselves that, oh, actually, no, I can't do that. Yeah, okay, cool. You can't do that. Because you said so. Why? Because you said so first.
Right.
Nothing else is going to stop you before you stop, unless you stop yourself. So you stop yourself first. And then obviously you have limitations. Like, I'm not saying that we can be limitless, but hey, honestly, like thoughts become things. So, like if you think something is, so that's why dream big, dream as high as you can.
Okay.
Yes, and dream with conviction. So
Mhm.
you want to dream in such a way that you believe that dream so hard that it will become reality.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Super lines for today.
yeah.
Okay. And the last one is superpower or a spiritual power.
Superpower. Superpower is we all have one.
Sorry.
We all have one.
Okay.
You should find your own one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
hmm
Then we come to the last question, the 11th one. One golden message you would like to give to your followers.
One golden message is keep believing, never stop believing in yourself.
Oh, okay.
Never stop believing in yourself. And you should be your biggest cheerleader.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Even if the world doesn't like, there'll be times where you don't have support. When I was doing rugby, I didn't have enough support from my family, really. So there'll be times that nobody will believe in you.
Mhm.
That's when you have to back yourself up. That's when you have to be your biggest cheerleader and really put in the hard yards. Of course, like dreaming something big and then not doing anything and just thinking, oh, I want this without any action is not going to help. You
Right.
have to believe and trust in the process and then start actioning things around it to align yourself to reach there. Because you're the only one who's going to put limitations on yourself. You're the only one. So you got to break free from that and start living and start believing and start finding your purpose with the biggest dreams that you can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Nicely put those words in for a golden message. Okay, Ketki, thank you very much for so beautiful, inspiring, and influencing answers from you. Really, really, thank you for you being here.
Oh, you're
Um,
very welcome. Thank you so much for having me here. It's been such a pleasure and amazing questions too.
Thank
I
you,
was like, oh
thank
my
you.
God, like it really got me thinking. So really well, yeah, really well. Really good, great questions. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And you also keep watching Interview the Influencer show on YouTube. Like, comment, and share. Before we
Yes.
end this interview, can we have a little bit sneak peek of your gym or the fitness center, maybe?
Of course. Let me show you.
Okay, thank you. And bye bye. I wish you a good
Perfect.
evening. Bye.
Bye.
Okay.
See ya.
Hi guys, this is AarohaFit and I'm gonna show you my gym. Alright, let's roll it up, Nicole. Everyone say hi to Nicole. Hi Nicole. Alright, so I'm gonna give you a tour. These are the barbells that we use to doing cleans and deadlifts and squats. Wall balls at the top. That's our branding. Here we are. These are all our plates. This is our rower. Got some boxes happening here. We use them for the box jumps. All these amazing kettlebells. So we start with the 6 kgs, coming all the way down to 32 kg kettlebell. And we use them for swinging, doing all kinds of fun stuff. Here we have ab mats at the top, some little baby weights, all those plates. And then these are crossover symmetry. Good, great for your shoulder workout, the one that Nicole is doing. She is amazing at it. She's one of our coaches, by the way, and she's also a physiotherapist. She's awesome. She used to work with like rugby players, amazing stuff. So lucky to have her on board. We also have Patrick, who's not here right now, but he's really cool too. That's our timer. It goes 3, 2, 1, and we smash our workouts. Here you will see some rings. We do some ring dips with it. We also do some pull-ups. We also do some ring rows, all kinds of fun stuff. And of course, we will have our beautiful dumbbells right there. So Nicole's just showing us how to do these beautiful ring rows. Awesome stuff. All right. Great to see you guys. We'll see you on Facebook. Give us a follow, AarohaFit. Give us a like on Instagram as well. We are all up on AarohaFit.co.nz. Yes, see you there. Bye. Katie signing off.